28 degrees under fair skies. Our local Doppler radar. For tonight, partly cloudy skies. A stray thunderstorm is possible through the evening. Low 73. Winds light and variable.
Round the clock coverage of our Hurricane Gustav. Now approaching the Gulf right now. Again, Hurricane Gustav, a Category 3 hurricane. We do want to get you updated with what the roads look like. Now, most parishes will begin evacuations if they haven't already done so today. Contraflow, again, begins at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're going to go right to Toslin Alfonso.
Right, jam-packed. That's a perfect word to describe what's going on here on I-10 westbound. We're at I-10 and Loyola here in Kenner. We've been here all morning long since 1 o'clock in the morning. And I can tell you, between 1 and 3 a.m., not so bad. But then it started growing steadily and getting heavier and heavier. Traffic is just really, jam-packed like I was saying. And folks are telling me as they stop on by and say hello to us, they're saying, it's okay, we don't mind standing in this traffic right now because you know what, come tomorrow morning when contraflow kicks in at 6 o'clock in the morning, according to Louisiana State Police, it's going to be a lot
Not a good
more.
time to burn gas, although if you have to, you have to. Some people burning a little bit of gas out on the interstate, getting out of town, and in fact, getting out now, you may burn a little less gas than when the real rush gets here. Our Glenn Boyd is live on the side of I-10 in the Kenner area with the latest on how the evacuation is going. Glenn.
I'll tell you what, Kirk, they are burning gas. A lot of folks getting out of town, and I think you had someone on State Police earlier. I also made a phone call with State Police and got the official word on what's causing this. We thought that this was going to just kind of break up after the 310 exit over in St. Charles Parish.
Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. The answer is yes. And this is how it's going to be done. And again, this is only because this is one of the biggest questions I've received all morning. You're traveling I-10 eastbound and you're taking your way towards Slidell. Once you get to that 10, 12, 59 interchange, this is where contraflow will begin in this area. Now, on the left and the center lane of traffic, if you were in either the left or the center lane, you'll be forced northbound along I-59 in those normal southbound lanes of traffic. Now, if you're in that right lane, that is the only lane that will be accessible to you if you want to travel to I-10 eastbound. So you have to be in that right lane in order for you to get onto I-10 east and make your way out towards Mississippi, Alabama, or
looking at this line and saying, well, hey, that's a long way away from, say, Washington Parish or Pearl River County. Well, that storm is going to be a large storm. Sure, that's where the center will be, that's where the eye will be, but hurricane force winds will extend in both directions for quite a ways as the storm rolls on through. So because of that, I did want to kind of show you kind of what we can expect area by area. We'll start with the North Shore, our Mississippi counties, Pearl River, Hancock counties. Then this is for Tangipahoa and Washington County, parishes, I should say, on the North Shore. We're looking at winds maybe between 50 and 80 miles per hour, so that's strong tropical force, maybe even low-end hurricane force.
It's time for our tropical update. We want to show you something really impressive and really cool. You know, we have the Air Force hurricane hunters out here flying through Gustav, and right now they made a pass already through the center one time. They're heading back east and now heading north, and as they're on the southern part of the hurricane, right now they're finding a peak wind gust of 36 miles per hour. However, when they passed through the northeastern side, close to the eye wall, they had a 162 mile per hour wind gust, and by the way, winds here at the surface 145 miles an hour. So this is now a Category 4 hurricane. They'll be flying through here the next hour or two with that. Could you imagine, though, flying through winds of 162 miles an hour? I'll tell you, Kev, this is getting really scary here for Cuba.
Thank you. We'll see you at 7.
There you have Mayor Ray Nagin, of course, wrapping up the city's press briefing, talking about a variety of issues, especially the assisted evacuation, saying that things are going quite well at this time. Of course, talking about a boom in the registrations, going up to 20,000 people who have registered at this time, saying at this point there is no need for anyone to register unless, of course, you have medical needs. Simply show up at those 17 pickup locations. Again, nothing definite on a mandatory evacuation. However, it is likely that that would be called tomorrow. Again, the mayor asking people to leave now, especially tourists. Going ahead, get out of the city, beat the curbs, stay ahead of that contraflow situation that would, of course, likely be implemented in the morning.
Preparations to completion here. Some impacts will be felt as early as tomorrow night. 4?
It is a Category 4, 145-mile-an-hour winds right
There's a
now.
possibility it could go up even higher.
Isn't it likely, though, that it will come down? Aren't there some
Right, and I'll show
conditions
you.
that
I'll
might
show you
change
why. I'll show you in just a little bit why we think that it may not stay a Category 4 storm as it makes landfall. But don't take that to heart. It may still be a strong storm, and we certainly have had Category 4 and 5 storms hit the north central Gulf Coast before. So don't just rely on that. Certainly look at the full spectrum of things and understand that whether it's a 3 or a 4, it's still a very dangerous storm heading our way. It's a great day if you do have last-minute things to do around your house. Weather-wise, you're going to, if you're going to be doing any kind of securing of your property, that sort of thing, packing up to leave, you shouldn't have to worry about any thunderstorms. We've got mostly sunny skies today. It's going to be hot. Wish I had a break for that for you, but we're looking at 90s. But at least for the next couple of days, the forecast will be to watch Gustav. And right now, some effects can be felt in southeastern Louisiana. Just how much, we don't know.
Most likely will become a Category 5 storm as it moves deeper into the Gulf of Mexico, and then perhaps come down a little bit, kind of going up and down, kind of the roller coaster ride. And of course, it's still a very formidable storm, and obviously we are going to be on our toes.
Really be looking at the eye in the center. How many of those rain bands, that outflow that is really surrounding that central dense core with those very high winds, those high clouds, I should say, cirrus clouds that are going to be there.
This is a parish that went from having a population of about 60,000, and Craig Tafaro, the parish president there, said that they estimated that there was about 25 to 27,000 people in the parish, and the day before yesterday he said that already more than half were either planning on going or had left. So there was great cooperation there in St. Bernard Parish. But once again, they did already offer that system at this point, 4 o'clock today. That's about an hour from now. Mandatory evacuation in St. Bernard.
Some of the hurricane's most powerful winds, over 135 miles per hour, are about